Welcome to the hood. It's hood commentary with your homeboy, the Spokesman. This is being brought to you by special sponsors, Drippy Whips Inc. Win with us or watch us win. And by Artistic Music Group, where real lyrics matter. Hey, Sportsman, you know how the game go.
What that shit do, man? What it do, man? It's your homeboy, the Sportsman. This is hood commentary where the game is trilling. It's never the ordinary. You already know what it is. Man, I got a couple guests for y'all today. You know, we're going to keep turning this shit up, man. We're going to keep this shit going, keep it going. Well, I got a couple guests for y'all, man. If you're a Raider fan, you already know who he is, man. I got the homie Slimmsfit over here, you know what I'm saying?
What it do? What's going on? We locked in, baby.
Yeah, man, a round of applause, you know what I'm saying? And also, I got my homeboy, Fanatic Sports.
What up, world?
You know, but yeah, we got a cool little show for y'all today. You know what I mean? A little bit of this, pretty much different, a bunch of different sports. But just like every show, y'all, every show, I don't give a fuck what your team is, man. Every show start off with some Raider shit. Why? Because I don't give a fuck. That's just what it is. We always gonna do that. But we ain't talking about your team, though. We're going to bring up your team, but it always starts with some Raider news, man. So we're going to start off with this right here. Geno Smith, y'all. I'm chilling in the house. I'm doing my thing. I'm fucking with this whip. Look at my phone. Got the notification. Geno Smith officially on the midnight train to Georgia to join the Carols, man. I guess some dreams do come true, man. How y'all feel about this?
Hey, so look, I'll tell you straight out, Sportsman. Look, soon as I saw it, I immediately thought of you. I was like, man, I know dude happy as all get out. Because you've been on this bumper literally all year. And rightfully so, man. Like I'm a Geno Smith fan, I tell you, I am. But like truth be told, man, that he just has not performed well. He hadn't put together good enough seasons. He didn't make enough plays at the right time. Right. You know, and with what they with what you're seeing from the coaching staff, man, it's the right thing. Let him move on, and maybe he can go help somebody else, or maybe he can retire and, throw picks and kids.
We all seen the writing on the wall, man. I knew it was coming, man. We all saw it, man. As soon as I saw that, I knew it was going to happen. I didn't know when it was going to happen. I know it was coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw it, I said, man, I bet you everybody who's doing videos, like, coming up with something real quick, you know what I'm saying, to get that news out there,
Man, you already know, man. I was excited. I was like, man, I mean, because, before when the season ended, I was like, man, when are we going to hear about this motherfucker being released? When are they going to, I mean, because I know he on the 2-year deal. We still owed him some bread, but I know releasing him was going to save us $8 million towards the cap. And it's like, let's save that little $8 million, get him the fuck out of here. Because to me, it was no coming back from the flip off, man. You can't flip off. You're a Raider fan. For one, you liable to get fucked up. For two, we too trill for that. You can't be doing that to the Raiders, man. Especially when you on some bullshit. You was trash, motherfucker. You earned it. You earned it.
Dude, I went to like every game except for one home game this year, right? I never seen them boo a quarterback. When I went to that Jaguars, I think it was the Jaguars game, Geno came out, boo. I was like, oh yeah, it's bad, bro. It's bad. Like, he had no support, bro, like at all. Like, people was just every 3 and out, boo, get him off. I mean, it was bad, bro. So I knew it was coming because I was watching that shit live. You know what I'm saying?
Trash. Yeah. Trash. What you think, Block it easy? I mean, I'm a Geno Smith fan. That's what I need to know. That's like telling me you a Clipper fan.
I am a Clipper fan.
Oh.
I figure we get around to that later. It's fine. It's not important. Man, look, this is my thing with Geno. Look, and by the way, shout out to Manuel Menza Bro said Geno about to be the new spokesperson for lens crafters, and I am crying. But real spill. But man, look, at the end of the day, as much I like who I like, but I'll tell you the truth about it, man. In the game of football, is very, very simple. Mike Tomlin used to say this all the time. You got to win the weighty downs. You got to stay on the field, or defensively, you got to get off the field. In Geno's case, you got to stay on the field. He didn't make enough plays. He had a lot of games with big numbers. He had a lot of games. I ain't gonna lie to you. I won a fantasy football league with him this year as my quarterback.
This year, what, for fucking interceptions?
Man, he scored enough when he needed to, but he did. But that's fantasy as opposed to real life, man.
You must have went against motherfuckers like Kyler Murray who didn't play. You must have went against quarterbacks who didn't play.
Hey, but low key, I'm not gonna lie. When we announced Geno Smith was coming, I was like, man, we finally got a quarterback that can make plays. I was like, man, he's gonna be all right. I didn't really fully vouch. I feel like he's gonna be for the next couple of years, but I felt like he would have been better than what he was, and I feel that offensive line too had a lot to do with it as well. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Like, I was a Geno Smith fan when he was at West Virginia. I liked him with Tavon Austin. I liked him then. But it seemed like once he put his fucking big toe in the NFL, he's a completely different player. And I just can't. Yeah. And I heard that they signed him. And I don't. If anybody anybody who follow me on social media, go all the way back to the day that they announced that he got signed.
You've been saying it. I said,
this is my nightmare. I said, this is my fucking nightmare because he's a fucking pick machine and in a 11-year, 12-year backup. I gave him his props for 2022. 2022, I think the whole NFL was like, who the fuck? What the fuck happened to Geno? What the fuck got into him? Because he balled out. But then I think some Raider fans got fooled because of that season. And then they was looking at last season. I was telling them, bruh, his last season in Seattle, he threw fucking 15 picks and 21 tugs. I'm like, that's what he does.
They had a winning season though, right? They had a winning season still, but I know he's still. But
you see what happened when he leaves Super Bowl. Yeah. It was already a complete team, and he was holding that team back. I mean, the offensive line was bad, but my thing is this: if you got a bad offensive line, that means take more sacks. That don't mean throw more picks.
Throw more picks. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something else. To be real with you, bro, because I'm with you. I'm still thinking about Geno Smith, and he'll trick you because he'll have a good game here and a decent game there, and before you know it, you ain't even thought about it. But when you look up, he 3-2, even on his good game, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Right, you know what I'm saying? 2 picks, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, things like that. But what really as an offensive tackle, I can tell you, sometimes your offensive line ain't that bad. Your quarterback need to make a better read or a quicker read or get rid of it faster. That's as an offensive lineman, not to necessarily take up because y'all struggle through your offensive line for a little while. But at the end of the day, if you know your offensive line is bad going in, why are you looking for the big boy post over the top when you can take the dump down, when you can take the check down, or like you said, you can just take the sack. We'll do it again the next play. You can't hang on to the ball too long. It's gonna beat you up in the end.
Yeah. So when I saw that Patriots game, that first game, I said, "Woo, look like they firing." But they was, I was like, "Hold up now, hold up." And then that shit just went downhill.
Straight down.
That shit went downhill, bro.
That shit tricked us so good.
That Charger game, we just got, man, that was bad.
That was the real Geno Smith stood up. But the thing that tripped me out about the first game, we was all because Genty had 7 runs that game. Yeah. That was really the lead to the bullshit that was going on. Because remember, they was like, we're going to bring him up slowly. It's a number 6 pick, motherfucker. You don't bring the number 6 along slowly. You give him the fucking rock. He just ran 3,000 fucking yards. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
That shit made me mad, man. But we let him get away with it because we started off with a win. And then New England won 10 in a row after that, 9 in a row after that. But, they
was like what, a couple 1-possession games, a lot of special teams. So it was a lot of other stuff, but the QB play was just bad, bro. It was just bad. It was bad. It was no way around it. It was bad. You know what I'm saying?
And you won't win without good QB play. That's for sure.
No, gotta have a quarterback. I've been saying that for years, bro. You gotta have a QB, bro.
Yeah, you gotta have a QB, bro.
They got the ball in their hand most of the time, anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You gotta have a QB, an O-line, and you gotta have a defense.
Yeah, without doubt, especially at the pass rusher position.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
Let me see. We got a couple comments right here. Oh, this is what you was talking about.
Yeah. Hey, bro, it cracked me up as soon as I saw it, dog.
Vegas Hawks back.
Niggas talking back.
Hey, it wasn't good, man. It wasn't fucking pretty, man. But you know what? I give Geno Smith about I give him about 20% grace just because Chip Kelly came in there. The offensive line had to meet with other motherfuckers. No one knew what anyone was doing. Everything was completely off page. Nothing was right. You know what I mean? So I give him just a little bit. But then again, I look in Seattle. He did the exact same shit the year before.
Right? Yeah. I don't think that was all on Chip. Chip did terrible, but
that Chip Kelly thing to come out, it said he was doing botched plays. But I'm like, bro, it was like week when they fired him. I'm like, if this been a problem, why they took so long to air that out? You know what I'm saying? You know,
well, that's why Geno was like, put it all on me, blame me. He didn't want to throw Chip under the bus, but man, fuck that. I'm throwing Chip under the bus.
Chip gonna have to take his fair share too.
He came out of college, motherfucker. I've been in the league. I would have threw Chip ass right under the bus. I don't get
right after that, blaming on Geno, blaming on me. He lost the nation, dog. He was already lost. It was over after that, homie. It was like, they was like, man, we done on this, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He had a million fucking excuses. He had more excuses than a nigga going to jail, man. It was like, bro, you got too many fucking excuses every game.
Hey, so let me ask you this, just to get y'all thoughts, because y'all definitely Raider fans. And before I do that, let me shout out my boy Worm from Run Your Mouth Pod. He a Raiders fan, and maybe our greatest in the Fanatic Sports Podcast, our greatest fan, Sarah OT Nurse. She also is a Raiders fan, so when she see this, they're gonna be hyped to see me hanging with y'all. But I read where they were talking about, which is why I was shocked that they cut Geno, because they said if they obviously want to bring in Mendoza or whatever quarterback they go with, they don't want to have them start like straight out of the gate, and they want a veteran quarterback. And so as I understand it, they're still on the market for a veteran quarterback that will start the season. They don't want Mendoza to start game one. What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's a mistake anyways. I mean, I don't mind starting a veteran over Mendoza, but end of the day, we drafted him number one for a reason. And it's not fucking the year that Aaron Rodgers got drafted where, hey, look at this. He sat for 3 years. Man, fuck all of that.
No, we need him out.
If he's ready to go, you go. Drake May, he was ready to go, he went. Caleb Williams, ready to go, he went. Jaden Daniels, ready to go, you go. If you got to learn, we only win 5 games this season, and and we're competitive, and he's learning and getting better, he's gonna have the grace. He won't get the grace that Geno Smith got, but he'll get it. We're not even tripping. So I would start him.
I would start him. I would say start him too. Work out the kinks you need. I mean, it's not going. If you listen to Spy Tech too, he also said and we know everything ain't gonna happen right away. You know what I'm saying? You throw them in there, protect them, see your strengths and weaknesses, and build next year. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wish they would have used Jack Besh a lot more, and then Thornton, so you can see where these guys, what they need. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even they draft these guys for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then Geno Smith, you think honestly he would sit back and want to help develop the next quarterback? He won't want to sit there. He don't want to be there anyway.
He still think he's a starter, man. He still think he's a starter, but Geno.
Bless his heart.
Bless your heart, Geno. Get the fuck up out of here. Midnight.
You saw what he posted, right? He was like, "Thank God, God bless," or whatever. I'm like,
"Thank the Lord." Nah, Geno. We thank the Lord. Get your ass up out of here. Man. Ashton Genty, man. Look, I got a lot of mixed reviews on Genty. A lot of mixed reviews. I'm like, this motherfucker was getting hit behind the line of scrimmage before he was getting the ball. He was already on his ankle. It was grabbing his shoe before he gave him the ball. He got hit more than any running back before he hit the line of scrimmage, but he still ended up with 1,200, 1,300 scrimmage yards, led every single rookie, all rookies. I'm not just running backs, all rookies in scrimmage yards, despite that trash-ass offensive line that didn't know what the fuck was going on, that regressed, and everything else. What's your expectations for him this coming up season? Because me, myself, I think the real Ashton Genty is the one we've seen against the Houston Texans. Give him just a little bit of running room, he's gonna be able to do what he do.
Well, I would say, you picked him 6 with that purpose. This is what we saw at Boise State, right? We saw a guy who can make people miss with unbelievable and incredible balance, and the ability to for 2 years, he led the nation in broken tackles. When I look at quarterbacks or running backs, personally, that's something I look for. Kareem Hunt was another running back who led the nation in broken tackles. When you get those types of players with that type of balance and speed and the ability to break it open, I mean, and I know Boise State ain't, the SEC or all of that, but man, the work he did, what we saw there, and then like you said, what we saw against the Texans, that's who I think that you'll see, especially when you put Kubiak in him. Kubiak is an outstanding coach. I watched him. Of course, I live in Baton Rouge. I live down here in Louisiana. I'm like, I can spit on the Superdome just about. And so I've seen quite a few games of Kubiak, what he did with an outstanding running back. So I'm excited to see what he does with, especially since Chip Kelly, for whatever reason, like, okay, so your line ain't the greatest. Understandable. But, there's still screen passes, check downs, different things that you can do to get your playmaking running back the ball. And I think Kubiak did that the best out of anybody. What I saw him do with Alvin Kamara was unreal in his 1 year as the OC here in New Orleans. And so I'm interested to see what he does with Jonte. But I think what y'all saw against the Texans is what you'll see pretty much all year if Kubiak has his way.
So when I was watching him, because I watch every single game, and I'm watching JT, and I'm like, man, he's like 1 or 2 steps away from that breakthrough. Like I just see he had it in him. You know what I'm saying? And I know once everything developed, because coming from college to the pros, the game is a lot more faster, right? Because you're playing with the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like he gonna get his way. Because when I see a couple of them nice, runs that he had, I was like, oh man, that's Jinty. And then what happened? They got a fucking flag and they bring fucking, you know what I'm saying? They bring it back. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everything, will definitely evolve with him. And he's like 1 or 2 steps away to getting them big plays, man. So hopefully this year it does develop better. But they said they want to bring a second back in too. You know what I'm saying? To help him, which I feel would be a good thing to take the load off a little bit. But you can't bring a running back 1 in there because you're going to have a little bit of conflict. And I feel like you're going to be battling because you drafted Jinty to be running back 1. You feel what I'm saying? So
right.
Bring in like old boy from Seattle, that'd be solid. But you got 2 dudes that,
they two alpha backs.
Yeah. You ain't, it ain't gonna be able to work. You could, but then again, why you draft Jinty? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Because you already know Kenneth Walker, he MVP. He want to get his bread. He deserves it.
He was solid.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He's solid too.
He was a beast. That's why I was liking for the running back too. I like what's his name? Rashad White from Tampa Bay. I like him as a number 2 back. I like I keep forgetting old boy's name, man, who played in Green Bay with Josh Jacobs, man. Big.
AJ.
AJ Dillon.
Yeah, AJ Dillon. Yeah, he'd be perfect. You could put them in the backfield together.
Man,
they'd be perfect together. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think
who we got over there was it Raheem Mostert, and then they tried using him, and Zamir White couldn't do it. Yeah. And they tried throwing Labe back there, it wasn't happening. You know what I'm saying? So you need somebody that can do it.
All trash. Yeah, they all trash, man. That's why I'm like, you know what? What I like about this season coming up, as far as the offensive line, the scheme, and everything, everyone they bringing in, they all on the same page. Like I said, last season, no one was on the same page. Pete Carroll's over there fucking chewing his fucking iron gum and shit, and he thinking that everything got to go the way it went in Seattle. No, motherfucker, listen to what Chip said. Let's see if it worked. Like, what are we fucking doing? What I like about this time is you bring in Kubiak, who runs the zone blocking scheme. You bring in the running back coach from Iowa. What he do? Run the run blocking scheme. You bring in the offensive line coach from Seattle. What does he do? Teach the zone blocking scheme. Everyone's on the same page. I think Jinty's going to be a top 5 back next season. And you already know we got some good running backs in the NFL. You know what I mean? You got some beasts over there. So I think he can end up in the top 5 as long as they do the right things in the offseason,
And I think you may see a more improved offensive line already. The zone run blocking scheme is actually really, really easy to learn. And so because it takes a lot of the thinking out of it. Like I said, as an offensive tackle, these are things I think about. And it frustrated me being a Steelers fan, watching our offensive line trying to run complicated schemes that we weren't good at doing. So, like it like I said, as far as making the plays, we weren't making the plays. But, to see that zone scheme, and look, I'm not saying that Charbonnet wasn't a good back, but Kenneth Walker is a very talented running back, and we saw him really take a big step forward after Kubiak took over with that line. But that zone scheme is going to be perfect for somebody like Genty, who is able to put one foot in the ground. He can make a man miss, and then he's got breakaway speed. I think this is a perfect pairing with Kubiak and Genty.
Yeah, the weirdest thing about that whole thing with Pete
Walker.
Carroll and his son, it's like the weirdest shit I seen was like basically he was like, it depends on how they practice, and then I'm like, what? Like, bro, you remember he was saying that shit, Sportsman? He was like, oh, it depends on how they practice. If this motherfucker's your right guard or this dude is your right, like, it don't matter if you have a shitty week. That's your guy. You know what I'm saying? I do not understand that. Oh, it depends on how they play. I'm like, bro, like, practice is practice. I get it. You got to practice. But if this is your number one guy at this position, that's who need to be in there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that, man. That's why I think that old line was just trash,
well,
bro.
And you're absolutely right, Slim, because like it's all about communication, right? More than anything, like I got long arms. I'm 6'5". When I played, I was like 310. And I had really quick feet, but I'm not good enough by myself. Like it's 4 other guys that's got to be on the same page, right? So, and in high school, I could go 1-on-1. In college, like I had to really talk. I had to communicate. We had to all be on the same page, and one person off can screw up your whole scheme. So, like, man, you got more than so, and that takes communication takes time together. So swapping people in and out at guard or tackle or things like that in the long run, well, shit, we saw what the results of that inconsistency. Man, you got to work together day in and day out for it to make sense.
Yeah, that's why I hated when he was there. It was like, so Pete is who's gonna get the start this week? This motherfucker like they're competing, and we're still competing. I'm like, what the fuck you mean you competing this week? 13, motherfucker.
Why you don't know at this point? Yeah,
I didn't understand that, dude. Because the worst aspects of the game was head coach. We knew it was a mess, right? Carroll. Then we had offensive line coach was his other son, and then the quarterback coach. All of that aspect of the Las Vegas Raiders was trash, bro. Right. Down, bro. That nepotism, man, it's like, bro, it was just horrible, bro.
Yeah, that shit was terrible, man. But hey, tell me this, man. Tell me this, Blocker. What fucking college did you go to, bro?
I actually went to a little Division II school called Ouachita Baptist down in Southwest Arkansas. First thing you should know is while I was really, really good as an offensive tackle, I held my ass off. So, hey, bro, every defensive end went back to the huddle with their jersey looking like this. I'm undressing people, but like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't until I learned to communicate that things really started to figure out. But I went D2. Our football team sucked in high school. We were terrible. And I may or may not have had something to do with that. That's not important because I went to college. I did me. But yeah, man. So I left that school and I tried to walk on at a Division I school. And boy, like as big as I am, I was a tackling dummy. I was small compared to a lot of these linemen, man. Like, man, they are. So like I said, I'm 6'5". Right now I'm about 370. I was 330, 310, 330 when I played. Somewhere in that range, man. And I talked to a scout like a year ago, and he was like, "Yeah, man, you would probably been a guard. You couldn't have played tackle for us." Just like, I mean, even with long arms, like because today's game they want a 6'8" tackle with long arms and all that stuff, man. It's a different day and age the way these linemen play, bro.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm like, shit, you close. You say you're about 370 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, you down there in my boy size right now. I was telling you about him last time we had interview.
Yeah.
He got a nice few amount of offers right now.
Good. I was thinking about him the other day. I'm happy to hear that. Now he's a junior. He about to be a junior.
Now he's a junior going to a senior season. He playing he playing at Corona Centennial. Shout out Corona Centennial. You know what I'm saying? Finished number 2 in the country last year.
That's
you know what I'm saying? My boy right guard over there. Julius Syke.
Make sure you get him in the camps this summer. So I was my cousins who actually are much bigger than me. One of them is just a freak athlete. He's 6'9", 220. That's crazy. Whatever sport you want, you give him, he can play it and play it well. And so this past year he had I think 12 sacks, something like that. Like 5 or 6 pass breakups.
In high school
10
right
tackles for loss. Yeah, he just finished his senior season. Both of them finally signed with App State. But Baby Bro is 6'7", 330. Or I'm sorry, no, he's down to 305. And so, but he was a late bloomer as a senior, and so a lot of people wouldn't. A lot of coaches wouldn't even look at him as an offensive lineman because they only recruit junior offensive linemen, not seniors. So, so make sure your son hit the camps. That way he can get them looks right now as before his senior season.
Oh yeah, and that's what he's doing, man. You already know. I got him in all the camps. Shit, going to top school out, not in the California, but in the country. Shit, he started.
Yeah.
Fucking, he already got about 61 looks right now, so we just trying to see where it's gonna go. You know what I mean?
Perfect.
Yeah,
That's good.
6'5", 365 right now.
Yeah.
He a young beast, man. So matter of fact, I'm gonna be in Vegas from the 20th to the 22nd. I'm gonna be there for the Polynesian Combine. He's gonna be at the Combine so he can play in the Polynesian Bowl his senior year. So yeah, you know,
We'll be out for a week. We'll be out for a week.
For about what's that? The weekend? Be down there from Friday to Sunday.
Man, try to hit me, man, when you get out here, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap in with you for sure. You know what I mean? I know you know what's cracking out there, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to Power Raiders' birthday party. You going down there?
I might. I'm working, but I'm right there. I'll probably slide over there for a minute. Okay. I'll be chopping up. He live right down the street from me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably go fuck with him and see what's good and shit, man. But you know, anyway, man, you know, I ain't trying to get too deep, but I always got to plug my young man. He working hard and shit, trying to get it. He want to go to USC right now. He got some UCLA look. He got the Boise State look. He got Maryland. He got where else? Oregon State. He got a few of them right now. But you know, we're trying to get him to the SEC, trying to get him to Texas, one of them over there. But we're gonna see how it all unfold, man. But I know, Blocker, I know you're not a Raider fan, but you ain't gotta be a football fan to understand what the fuck is going on with this Max Crosby situation. I don't know if you heard this. Today I heard this happened today. I heard the Ravens is trying to offer the number 14 pick and 2 day 2 picks for Max Crosby. For that one, I say, fuck you. Give me the 14th pick and give me Kyle Hamilton. Give me that. Give me that. We can talk. Give me that. We can talk.
Oh, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. If they were to do that and give you Kyle Hamilton, I'd be so happy. I'm a Steelers fan, Slim. I hate the Ravens. So, and while I'm not happy about Max coming to our division, I definitely don't want to. Kyle Hamilton is a game wrecker.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro.
A game wrecker.
If we can have that conversation, I'm cool with it now. But the latest one I heard was the Philadelphia Eagles making Jalen Carter available for trade. Now, I got mixed feelings because
I just seen that too. I just seen that, yeah. Hey,
we should have already had Jalen Carter with Max years ago. We'd be in a different situation right now, man. Shout out Tyree Wilson. This is not your fault, bro. Not your fault. But you know what I'm saying? But
Tyree getting better. Tyree getting a little better. He getting a little better, you know.
Yeah, he getting better. So, it ain't his fault that he got picked over Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's really what put a whole damper on his whole career and shit. Nobody has any patience for that shit.
Man, look. So I was actually looking at something. Literally, as soon as you click, something came across Bleacher Report saying that teams are waiting to see what the Raiders are going to do. Max, a lot of teams that have made offers and they're waiting to hear back. But the word is that the Raiders are looking for something like what Dallas got for Micah Parsons, or what they gave for Micah Parsons. And so I think you're absolutely right. To be honest with you, I hate to see it. I really think that Max Crosby kind of it carries what the Raiders should be as a team. But man, if you got the opportunity to get that get that kind of haul, we see what that haul did for Chicago 3 years ago when all they did was just give up the first pick for Bryce Young, and they changed the whole fortune of their team, the trajectory of their team just by trading one draft pick. So if the Raiders can turn their whole defense around, because that's the problem defensively, y'all. I think your scheme was fine. You just didn't have the pieces to really make plays, and you got to have the X's and O's mean nothing without the Jimmys and Joes in this league. So I would definitely, me personally, I hope he go anywhere, but like I'll be fine if he went to Cincinnati. I'd be cool if he went. You could put him with Myles Garrett on the Browns together. I'm fine with that because both of those organizations stink and they don't know what to do with their talent. But Baltimore has a way of making things very, very difficult, and we just gotta. I don't know what to expect out of Mike McCarthy, so please don't give us any extra obstacles in our way. Like somebody hungry to prove that he really is the best in the game. Yeah, no. Take that anywhere else, please. Anywhere but Baltimore. Wherever you go.
What you think about that, Slim?
Man, this Max Crosby thing, man. I mean, that'd be cool. But I feel like, honestly, man, I don't know if he's just sitting out just trying to get paid. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But, like, to do a Michael Parsons deal, I don't know exactly when they got to do their physicals. Is he going to be 100% when it's time to play? I don't know. You know, and as a GM, I mean, if you do a long haul like that, I honestly don't know, man. You know, just be honest, like what player we would get, because I know that a lot of reports are saying that the Raiders are kind of open to it. Then they saying that they're not. Then they talking about they want a bunch of first rounds and a player. I mean, you can look at it as a GM. You can say, look, we're bringing in Mendoza. You know what? You know, he's what? I think Max is 29 years old right now. And it's like, okay, you're getting a little older. If you were to do it, this would be the time to do it, to get picks to build. You know what I'm saying? Because next year, his contract is up. And then he may be like Garrett and say, hey, you know, I want to win. But then when you get that checkbook, hey, okay, I'm cool with not winning. You feel what I'm saying? So we all know when Garrett got signed, everybody was like, oh, he want to win. He with the Browns. And they, you know, and then that checkbook came out. You know, Mark Davis ain't got no problem signing. You know what I'm saying? So
they belong.
This the whole thing about Max trying to get paid. You got to remember, last year at the end of the season, he got a 3-year extension with 91 million guaranteed. What the fuck? How you can't go 91 million guaranteed today and then get what do you want? That's why I'm like, to me, I think this is actually real smoke here, just because you just got extended last year. So this can't be about more money. You know what I mean?
He really came out and said like, oh, I don't want. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of. You know what I mean?
It's gonna hurt the Raiders and him. He can't come out on this podcast and be like, "Yeah, guys, I'm out of here." Because guess what? Now instead of getting them first, you're gonna get seconds. You're gonna get third. This, to me, this whole situation is them doing each other a solid. You know what I mean? This is him fucking with Mark Davis. He cool because it looked like he ain't fucking with Tom Brady, but he cool with Mark Davis. So this is like, look, Mark, I want out. I ain't gonna talk shit. Just get me out. Y'all get the best package y'all can get. Send me to a contender. Because if we hated Max, we'll just call Tennessee Titans. Like, hey, Tennessee Titans. Hey, New York Jets. But you know, we ain't gonna do him dirty like that. Of
course, yeah. He the face of the franchise, bro. He's literally the face of the Raiders, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Exactly. That's why I think, you know what I mean. I think there's always smoke. Normally after every season since he's been a All Pro, because people have been trying to figure out like, how's he gonna stay there? The Raiders ain't winning. But this season it feels a little different. It's a lot different. And he's been on about 98 fucking podcasts.
Yep.
And what he say? Man, I'm just working out, man. I'm getting in shape. I'm getting better, man. Life is good. He ain't not one time say, look, y'all, stop the bullshit. I'm a Raider, and I'm a Raider for life until my contract is up. That's all he got to do. If he said that, this whole story would be done.
Yeah. And I think it's a little bit of truth to it too, man. You know what I mean? I believe it's a little bit of truth to it. I mean, because you don't know who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? What he said, what they feel, what they talk about behind closed doors. You never know. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I know you want to win, but it's not guaranteed that you will win either when you go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You've seen players that did that. Like, look at Adams. Adams left. Yep. And he went to the Rams. He got close, but it ain't always guaranteed. You feel me?
But you in the playoffs. You playing in fucking December, January.
You playing meaningful January football. That's the goal. I mean, and so I understand if that's what he's saying. But I mean, do you not feel like the Raiders could be, well, I guess by the time they get to that point where they playing meaningful, winter football, he'll be 31, 32, because it's not going to be next year, right? You got to build off of what you got.
You got about 3 years, about 3 years, to try to get, if you do the right shit, you know what I'm saying?
What rubbed him wrong, though, I don't know if y'all read the report too yesterday, is that when they select, look, Max, because he already know he hurt his knee in week 4. I think it was week 4. And it was like, we're going to revisit this shit later. He's still playing at a high level. And keep this in mind. He still ended up with 10 sacks, led the NFL in TFLs, been hurt since week 4. So people don't tell me he ain't worth the Parsons deal. He's definitely worth that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely worth the Parsons deal. I mean, like, look, I'll tell you, if I could get him. I mean, he's not even 30 yet. So in today's game, you still got 30. He still got 5 good years of productive football to play.
Yeah, he's still good. See, but this is where the Raiders went wrong right here. Is that fucking Alex Guerrero motherfuckers. Tom Brady bringing his best friend around, letting him have say when he shouldn't have no fucking say. And basically, they was like, yeah, okay, we got the MRI back. Look, Max, we're going to shut you down. Things don't look good. Max like, man, what the fuck is 2 games left? Fuck all of that. I'm going to go get an outside look. He went and got looked at from the outside people, and they said, let me see here, Max. Yeah, shit's not looking too good, but you know what? You're good enough to play the next couple games, man. Yeah, you're fine. You won't get no extra damage. He goes back and says, hey, Tom, they told me I'm good. I can still play a couple more games. They say, hey. We want to get this number 1 pick, bro. We're not trying to hear that.
Yeah.
I put my life on the line. I dedicate my whole life to this shit, and you gonna fucking tell me this shit? And I don't think there's no coming back from that. And it wasn't Mark Davis who told him or Pete Carroll. Fucking Guerrero.
Yeah. And I'm sure he stormed out. I'm sure he was mad. He was pissed because all the reports. Oh, he got mad. Of course, you know it because dude, he's a player. He puts his heart, soul into playing, bro. Every single play, you see Max Crosby out there playing, bro. No matter if the Raiders are down by 20, 30, that dude is still out there doing his thing, man. So
actually, you're absolutely right, man. I was looking at some highlights. I was doing a highlight film, and so I pulled some highlights from him. And I mean, we talking about in his highlight film, he's down. The Raiders are down 10 plus points at every highlight, and dude is working. I'm talking about beating up passes. He breaking, taking on double teams. He's working hard. Like this dude deserves to be playing meaningful football late in the season. So like I can't even hate that. I can't even be mad at him for that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him either, man. I mean, like I said, he works hard. He plays for it. No, please don't call it. That would be another bad move. You know what? Hey, you know what, my guy? This is exactly why we ended up passing him because people thinking like that, bro. He almost killed someone. He wasn't even in the fucking car. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he and Jones too, man.
Come on, my guy. Come on, man. We gotta quit acting like that shit.
I see someone said bring back Carr. I'm like, nah, bro.
I was gonna ask y'all about that. What do you think? Well, and he said that he was looking for a contender, but I thought it was interesting that the Raiders are looking for a veteran guy.
Well, I mean, my thing is this: Carr got a lot left. You can't he got a lot left. Like people forget when he was in New Orleans before everybody got hurt, they was lighting shit up. No one even knew who Rashid Shaheed was until he got over there. Olave was having a career year. They was all busting out under Derek Carr and Kubiak. So if Derek Carr is to come back on a 1-year deal, and if you're gonna bring someone, that's the only way I would sit Mendoza behind someone because we can still win some games. Because if you give Derek Carr the proper shit, he can light shit up. His numbers are fucking nice. He just never had any support there. So it's like you put him there with that, and you let Mendoza sit behind him, and Carr ain't no hater. That's one thing about him. He's the type of guy who loves the team. He loves the players. He would be a true mentor. He ain't gonna do what Brett Favre did to Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Right.
See, like, for me, a lot of Raider fans give me so much hell because I was not a Derek Carr fan, bro.
Wow.
And I feel like he's good. It's good. He mentors. He do all that. But at the end of the day, is he gonna get you to where you need to be?
You see what we look like without him, though, and that's what I called. I said,
and I understand that too. But at the end of the day, we only gonna get so far. You know what I'm saying?
It's a team game. I mean, you got 2022 is a good example. Like 2022, the Raiders had a top 10 scoring offense. We ain't seen that since. A top 10 scoring offense with Jacobs led the league in rushing.
Yep.
Devontae Adams was all pro, led all wide receivers in touchdowns. Yeah. Right. Meanwhile, we're scoring 25 a game, but we're giving up 28 a game.
Yeah.
You can't. And then you had a lead, and you gave up a historic 5 double-digit leads in the second half because the defense can't stop anyone.
You got to stop somebody.
And then Josh McPuss goes, "I'm gonna go get Aiden O'Connell."
I mean, Carr. I feel like Carr was like mid. Honestly, when you look at the quarterbacks, I don't think he was like Mahomes or like
he was top 10, and for most of his career, he was top 10. His numbers were top 10 numbers. It was about a 4-year span before the league went to 17 games, where only Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, and Aaron Rodgers threw for 4,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, and less than 10 picks. So he's always been pretty good, bro. But who's been his number one receiver? He's never had what Rodgers had. He had the main guy. Like, who the fuck was fucking Aguilar before he got to the Raiders? He was fucking thrown in the dumps. Carr made his career pop up. Who the fuck was Darren Waller before he got there? He made his career pop up. He makes a lot of nobodies somebody, and he don't get the credit like Aaron Rodgers. He get credit. Every time he makes a guy you never heard of a good player, Aaron Rodgers always got all the credit. Derek Carr never got the credit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great point, bro. Okay, now that you say that, because Darren Waller had got cut by the Ravens, and picked up by the Raiders and turned into a what? They're all pro.
Yeah, turned to an all pro. That's what I'm saying. Like, he never got the credit for the things he did because he never had a lot to work with, bro. And when he did get a Devontae Adams, what happened? That motherfucker was all pro. So it's like he played for an organization that gave him 85 coaches. It was all fucked up.
Yeah, it was a mess. It was a mess. And mentally, that's messed up too.
Yeah.
You know,
it was all fucked up. And the defense, bro, been last in the NFL since, bro. I had looked it up, man. When he first got let go, the Raiders had the worst nine-year defense in the history of the league. It was the worst in the worst 9-year span in the history of the NFL defensively. And people are getting mad at Carr. I'm like, what's he supposed to fucking do? You can't.
Why can't he go out there and cover the middle of the field?
There was nothing else he can do, bro. And he done a lot of good things, man. But it is what it is, man. Shout out Derek Carr, man. But let's move on here to the next shit, man. But yeah, man, you already know what it is, man.
All right, halftime. Hey, spokesman, who out there goddamn mind?
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you who out there goddamn mind, man. It's Geno fucking Smith, man. What the fuck are you thinking, bro? You think you can fucking come to the Raiders, bro, flip off the fans, come here talking about you ain't right back. Who the fuck you ain't right back to? Santa Claus? I'm gonna tell you like this. You rolled back to the league, motherfucker, because you came and you showed what you was. You think you're a starter. You think you're franchise. Last year you threw about 15 picks. The year before that you threw about 15 picks. I don't want to fucking hear it talking about thank you, Lord. Motherfucker, we thanking the Lord. You getting the fuck up out of here, man. Who the fuck you think he is? Man, somebody talk to Geno Smith, call his mama and them, send them all on the motherfucking midnight train to Georgia and holler at Pete Carroll and Sons, man. Fuck y'all. That's your mind, Geno.
Hey, that came from the heart there, bro. You really
He ain't write none of that down, Slim. That was all. that was all. that was born out of pain.
Man, now I can take a breather now because I'm about to get off of my team for a second. You know what I mean? Because that's where the passion is. You know, because it's Raider gang for real. You know what I mean? I used to be an LA Raider fan with my pops. Seen people get fucked up. That's what drew me to it, man. But I'm gonna chill out right now, man. Yeah. And this is for some of the Cowboy fans out there. Because as a Raider fan, I don't hate the Cowboys. It's funny to me how Cowboy fans hate Raider fans, Raider fans hate Cowboy fans, Niner fans hate Raider fans. I understand the Raiders and the Niners because it's the Bay. But we in completely different divisions, different conferences, everything. But, so I don't really got that hate. Now, if you a Charger, I fucking hate you.
Okay.
You're a Chief, I fucking hate you. If you're a Buffalo, I really fucking hate you. But, outside of that, I really don't have no hate for other teams because I'm just a historian of the game. I got a lot of respect for great players. You know what I mean? Period. I don't give a fuck what team you play for. Best wide receiver of all time, we all know is Jerry Rice. I don't give a fuck what team you play for. It is what it is. Yeah. But I got this question for y'all.
All right.
We know that George Pickens got franchise tagged, right? Which I thought was fucked up because he was supposed to have been such a bad guy in Pittsburgh. You're a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh yeah.
Bad guy. He's such a bad guy. Motherfucker, y'all had Duck Hodges throwing him the ball. What the fuck was he supposed to do? He supposed to be happy with that? He had fucking Russell Wilson and Justin Fields taking turns. What's he supposed to fucking do? I want to get out of there too. And what he do? He go to Dallas, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns, beast, had a better season than CeeDee Lamb. Take him and put him on any team. He's the one. Except for, maybe like A.J. Brown, But this motherfucker is the number one wide receiver. I don't understand it, man. But my question is this. Do y'all think he's going to show up for any offseason activities? I wouldn't. Fuck y'all.
I think just from what I remember of George Pickens, first of all, happy birthday to George Pickens. His birthday is March 4th, just like mine. So his birthday was Wednesday. And for them
happy belated.
For them to tag him on his birthday is some fuck shit. my mama ain't watching, so I can cuss. That's some bullshit. But man, I don't. To be completely honest, that narrative only comes up when it's time to pay him.
Right.
Up until that point, he's a great teammate. Nobody in the locker room complains about him. Even all that extra antic stuff that they be finding at the end of the games and all of that, nobody complains about that. Now, our veterans take care of that stuff in-house, and we don't really talk about it. So it doesn't get out, but at the same time, you don't hear a lot of complaints about him in the locker room. You didn't hear a lot of complaints about him in the locker room in Dallas this year. The one thing was that when the Cowboys were in Vegas and they were partying, him and CeeDee Lamb were partying in Vegas, and
say he was drunk at the Red Rock or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So that's the only real bad thing I heard. And then all of a sudden, when the season ended, 1,400 yards later, and led the team in touchdowns and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden, his character comes back into question. But dude's a good dude, honestly, and I honestly believe he will show up. Because I think he wants to settle and find his retirement home. And I think somebody like Dak, especially when you got CD on the other side of you, you got Ferguson in the middle, you got some pieces offensively with the Cowboys. I think he wants to be around that, and he will probably want to prove people wrong. So I think he will show up to offseason stuff, but he might hold in. He might hold in where he'll show up and not work, but I think he'll show up and be a part of everything.
Yeah, I think he'll show up. Honestly, be there. Like I said, I know a lot of people always say he was kind of like had some off-field issues, kind of like not really say kind of like hard-headed. Basically, they would say. I know they'd always say that, but I mean, me personally, when I saw him personally, I was like, man, we could probably get him at free agency because I know we need a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? So he was one of them guys. I was like, man, maybe we could slide him real quick. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Evans was another guy I was talking about too. You know what I mean? Because Lockett, ain't gonna happen. We need somebody. I feel like, but Pickens, honestly, because I was at that Dallas game, bro, and he was getting some. Him and Lamb was lighting us up, bro, lighting us up. You know what I'm saying? So I think he'll show up, man. You know what I mean? Like you say, looking, for that retirement home, and Jerry, you already know Jerry will probably give money down the road too. You know what I'm saying? Because
Well, I mean. You talk about retirement. I mean, shit, his franchise tag is about to pay him about $28 million. I mean, shit, he good. I mean, he can really. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking mini camp. Fuck you, I'm not coming. Voluntary. Fuck you, I'm not coming. Y'all be lucky if I show up to training camp, and I might show up in motherfucking basketball. I think he believes in his ability and what he can do. I believe once the lights come on and the game start, he gonna put it on tape again. I believe he.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, like he's a playmaker, and you which this is another thing that throws me about. You said it, Slim. Like Jerry gonna finally throw in the money, but the problem is Jerry be bad about he missed time things just like he did with CD, just like he did with Dak, just like he did with Micah. You could have paid them early and got that taken care of, and he for whatever reason he wouldn't do it. He doesn't do that. So I think that Pickens is gonna come in. He's gonna ball. He's gonna come in and ball for sure.
Definitely gonna ball. I think they need to do the right thing and just go ahead before the season start. Go ahead and just extend them. But see, that's why going back to the Max Crosby real quick. That's why I thought Dallas was the best fit. Just because I figured, you know what, you need an excuse to be able to give Pickens a long-term contract when you have a bad defense. And if you was able to give us just give us the same shit you got for fucking for Parsons. You don't got to give us Kenny Clark. Let's give us both them picks. You go ahead. Now you got Max already on a 3-year deal. And now you can give Pickens a long-term deal and be like, we addressed our defense. We got Max Crosby. That to me works real good for Dallas. You know what I mean? But they in it. But I'm hearing that they're backing out because they don't like the price. But we'll see, man. I think that's Jerry playing tactics.
They were talking about our boy from Cincinnati too, right? What's his name?
Trey Hendrickson. Yep.
Yeah. So I know they were. I mean, in either way, you can go either way with that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it costs a little bit less, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and the Raiders may be trying to hold that bar really high to be like, well, we might not want to get rid of Max. Let's put it real high, but then shit, if somebody throw it out there, we might slide him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and that's what Cleveland did last summer with Myles Garrett. They asked for, your firstborn child and your virgin daughter for Myles Garrett. And then of course, when people were like, "No, I'm not finna give you that," then they were like, "Well, hey, we're sorry, Myles. We tried to trade you. Here's $40 million because we could trade you." And you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to blame Myles Garrett for backing off his stance, but like they played hardball with him. literally like some of the things they were asking for, and I think the Oakland or I think the Raiders going to do the same thing because I think they want to. I think at the end of the day, you want to keep Max Crosby. You want to keep that talent. Like even though he's 29, you want to keep that. You're not going to get that kind of production out of a first round pick right away. And more importantly, you got other needs you got to address. So I want to keep him in the fold. Or if I can't keep him in the fold, then I got to get everything. You want him. You want him. You're gonna show me you want him.
Well, if you remember last season, it's crazy. If you go back, I forget what team it was. They didn't say the team actually. Somebody offered 4 first-round fucking picks for Myles Garrett, and the Browns still said no.
No, yeah.
If that happened. If somebody offered the Raiders 4 first-round picks, and Mark Davis say no,
you better break
it. Anthrax to the stadium in the envelope.
Did he break a record? Did he break like a record or something this year, right, Garrett, or something like that? Right?
Yeah, he did. He broke the single season sack record. Single season record.
He's good. He's solid, man. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best in the game, you know?
He is a fucking
he's an animal.
Shout out fucking Myles Garrett, man. Shout out Myles fucking Garrett. He is a fucking animal. Double teamed every play, doesn't matter. A fucking tackle, get out, put you on your ass, go from speed to power better than anyone I've ever seen. From power to speed, speed to power. He don't know what he finna come with, man. He doing it all. He doing a lot, man. He remind me of Reggie White.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck Myles Garrett looked like. He looked like Reggie fucking White.
He's unreal. He's unreal.
Yeah.
Shit, we got another receiver, man, that I don't know if he hates Jalen Hurts, but he got the chip. But how many games, like I play prize picks and shit. How many games I picked fucking AJ Brown over 50 yards? He couldn't get over 50 fucking yards. What the fuck is going on, bro? And then Jalen Hurts don't even throw for 200. He's throwing for like 180 yards a game. What the fuck? Look, if I'm AJ Brown, I got my chip already. I want to produce. I want to be a Hall of Famer. This is how I build my career, by getting receptions, getting TD. Yeah, it's how your legacy and your money. And right now, Jalen Hurts in Philly is fucking with his money by not giving him the ball. Like, so my thing is this: if he do get his way out, because you go to a Philly page right now, they talking about trading him and how he might get traded. And plus, the GM and the coach didn't knock it down at the combine. So, where would you like to see AJ Brown at? Me, obviously the Raiders, obviously, because he'll get value. AJ Brown. Rob Bowers, value.
And you also got, that's perfect for a young quarterback to come into, is to have a veteran guy, a playmaker at tight end. You got a great running game behind you at this point. Yeah, absolutely. The Raiders would be a perfect spot for him. I thought about the Chargers when I was looking through these questions. I thought about the Chargers. Right now they've got Ladd McConkey, who works kind of on their inside, and then you got Grandpa Keenan on the outside. And I think that'd be a great fit for him.
Grandpa Keenan.
Yeah, man. Hey, Keenan. I know he's only like 32, 33, but it feels like he's been in the league for some years, man. Like I feel like I feel like he played with Jim Harbaugh. I may be wrong, but
hey, you remember a couple years ago when I think his helmet fell off, and then he had showed him with the cul-de-sac, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's comedy. He said a cul-de-sac.
Hey, I was like, hey, you need to go ahead and bring it on home. Like,
just get rid of it, man. Don't fight it.
Embrace it. Go ahead. Hey, somebody, look, man. The reason I even fuck up this sports shit because of this man Stephen A. Smith. But somebody cut his fucking hair off, man.
Hey, bro, look. I turned 41 the other day. My line is here. I'm ready. I'm not gonna do it yet, but I'm ready. Cause
you look good though, man.
I still got time. Man, Stephen A is here with it, bro. Like,
hey, you know what your headphones is? That's what that nigga shit is right there. We're at the top of the strap. That's where your shit is.
Like, come on, dog. Let it go, baby. Let it go. It's cool.
He gonna be all right, man. He gonna be all right. You already know, man. Black don't crack. He gonna be cool, man. Let that shit go, man. Let it go, man.
Yeah, definitely. I thought the Chargers would be a great spot for him. The thing about AJ Brown that's kind of weird is he obviously wants to be the number one, the focal point of the passing game. And to be fair, I will give him that. That offense is predicated on the run. So he's got a very minimal number of chances, and it seemed like Jalen Hurts, who, I mean, in the flow of the game, maybe it didn't seem so much, but it just seemed like, because Jalen Hurts, they talked about this throughout his career, especially since he won the ring, like is he an elite passer? And the answer to that question is no. But he's an elite leader and he's an elite offensive weapon. But we know he's not going to throw for 300-400 yards every game. So
any game, fuck every game. You ain't gonna throw for 300 yards.
But they had a couple games. They had a couple games where they passing was only like 150 yards, and they still won it.
And still won. So this is the frustration for AJ Brown. You like, bro, I'm not against winning, but fuck, I want to be a part of the fucking win. And
right.
Then get the film. It's a bunch of times he's man to man. When you're certain players, if they man to man, that ball goes over there. Period.
That's a win. That's a win.
He's not throwing it over there.
Yeah, I seen they had a lot of that. I feel like they had some issues on the sidelines too. It seemed like it was a lot of chiming going on. You know what I mean? That take place too. You know what I mean? And the gameplay, but it seemed like they had some issues. You know what I mean? My Eagles homie was like, "Man, we got some coaching problems." You know what I'm saying, with the coach and all that. So it was a lot of rumors with that too. You know what I'm saying? I think after they lost, he like unfollowed them or something like that. There was all rumors going on. But Chargers, when I seen that, I was like, I feel like Chargers would be somebody good too. I would hate it, you know what I'm saying, because it's in our division, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anybody that comes to our way, bro, I'll be like, nah, you know what I'm saying.
You know where he would probably end up, like if the problem is that I don't know if the trade works, but probably honestly Denver would be a really great place for him to be the number one guy. They could trade a slew of picks to give him what he wants, which is the number one guy in the passing with a solid quarterback. I would say, but I mean, there's not a place where he could go and not be, the top offensive passing weapon. And so I think about creative coaches who can really maximize his ability. That would be my thought process if somebody was going to trade him, and then of course it's all got to make sense trade wise and business wise too.
Yeah, maybe something like Texans too. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you got somebody that, that'd probably be solid for him too.
Yeah. But what's probably going to happen? What's going to probably end up happening is he's going to probably end up staying in Philly because if I'm not mistaken, his contract is pretty big. And then like the Philly. If I'm Howie Roseman, the soothsayer, that dude he's unreal with what he does. Their GM, so he's gonna finesse somebody for sure. So I would see them asking for a high price. Give me a finger. If you or you got to cut off one of your fingers if you really want him. You know what I mean? So he gonna probably end up staying in Philly until his contract runs out if they can't figure it out.
Hey, if I'm Pittsburgh, and I can get DK and AJ Brown over there, I'm gonna do whatever I can to do that shit. I
didn't want to be a homer. That's why I didn't say it. I didn't want to be a homer and say that I would love to see. I would love that. We need a number 2, which is what threw me about us trading Pickens. But also the other thing is that I'm not sure. I know Rodgers has a really good rapport with DK. And there's only room for a couple divas in the locker room, and I don't know if AJ is gonna fit well with Rodgers. And then if it's not Rodgers, then right now our best option is Will Howard. It's an unproven, second-year quarterback who hadn't even played.
Murray, man, go get Murray, man.
There's been a lot of buzz about that too. I'm not opposed, but like I said, I think that he would. If AJ Brown's got his say, he obviously wants to be top of the list, and we're not gonna have him top of the list. I mean, we still. It seems like our owners are trying to get back to old school Pittsburgh, run the rock type offense. So I don't think he want to be a part of that. I think he want to be on something that's a little more wide open. So it might be a bad option for us.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I think of course they wouldn't send him in the NFC. What if he was over there in Seattle with Njigma? That'd be fucking crazy.
Oh my God, that'd be scary.
That'd be fucking crazy. They'd be going back. They'd be going back. That's crazy, man. But yeah, I want to see guys that produce get to winning situations. Even though he's in a winning situation, he's utilized, man. Like I understand it's a run game, a run first offense. And I'm sure he's cool with that. It's just all the film of him running wide open, bro. Like that's the shit he can't fucking take. Yeah. They all watching the same film on on Mondays. You know what I mean? Like that shit would be tough to fucking.
Can't blame him. I don't blame him for his frustration. I don't even blame him for how he's kind of, fought it off and how he has shown it. I just, I know as a I've been a part of too many losing programs to hear you complain about winning the Super Bowl because you only had 60 catches. So
I feel it, but I feel it. I'm pro player, man. I'm pro player, and I understand where you come. That's why I understand where Mac's coming from. You know what I mean? Like I understand from the player's point of view because I see how much they put into it. But yeah, I don't know, man. I want to see him go somewhere good, but I think coming to Las Vegas would be dope because he'll be. Come on now. With that face mask on, with that shield on, that visor.
That'd be hard. That'd be hard. That would be hard.
And we need a number one receiver too, man.
So all right. So let's put this all together then, right? So let's say, look, the Eagles want Max Crosby. Would you take Jalen Carter and AJ Brown for Max Crosby?
Yeah, I would.
Would you give up? Would you give up like next year a first round? Not this year's first round, but maybe next year's first round.
Oh. I'll give you Max Crosby for Jalen and AJ Brown and give you like Max and maybe a second, or because AJ Brown's a fucking problem anyway, and we got so much cap space and we need to fill it anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's fucked up. So
and they upped it up 22 mil now this year.
They did.
So
yep.
Crazy. So that's a lot of wiggle room too.
Yeah, the Raiders got to spend. You got to spend 90% of the cap because we didn't spend any money last year getting a bunch of fucking training camp cuts guys to fucking start for the team. So we got all this money that we have to spend. You got to spend 90% of the cap. So we might as well. Like I mean,
I gotta give that money.
And if I got to give up Max and 2 second-round picks, I would do it because you're getting back a number one receiver, and don't forget the Raiders going to a 3-4. You put Jalen Carter as that fucking nose.
That would be good, Blocker. That's a good question, man. That's really a good question right there.
That's not too bad. You answer, you make a lot of people happy. You feel a lot of needs. Like I said, man, like for somebody like Max Crosby, I'm gonna want the sun and the moon for him because I know what kind of production he's going to give you. And so if I'm gonna give up that production, I need something back in return, and more than just people I got to develop. I need some playmakers. So, I mean that would really lead the pack for you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would like to see it get done, man. Either way it go. I want to see him win. I want to see him go to a winning situation. That don't necessarily mean a game winning situation. That's a situation where he's gonna win in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Winning for him. Now we was just talking about Myles Garrett. I want to know, man, who is y'all top 5 pass rushers all time? This is tough. Each time I got a guess, I ask them a top 5. So I'm like, who is y'all top 5 pass rushers? This is tough.
I had to write it down. I had to write it down because I really got to wrestling with myself and what I came with, because there's a couple different ways you look at pass rushers, right? There's the perception of what they do. And then there's also the production of what they do, right? And what I decided to go with is production. And so here's my top 5. I got Michael Strahan. Love the numbers. I love him setting the record, kind of taking that record from Mark Gastineau. TJ Watt, the production he's had, and not just because I'm a homer, watching this dude ball, he's special. He's special in his ability to get to the quarterback. Somebody that I thought about that probably doesn't get nearly as much love as he probably should is Aaron Donald. And I know he's got the All Pro and a lot of accolades, but like to do it from the defensive tackle spot, right? Like so I as when I had to play at guard, when I had to play defensive tackle myself, you taking on double teams, right? Or like you said in that 3-4, man, he's on that edge, but like you still just on the outside eye of the guard 9 times out of 10. Man, you got to really work, and he saved the Rams Super Bowl season because Jalen Ramsey had got smoked on that last play of the Super Bowl, the one where he got the sack and he did the, that was Aaron Donald really was special. So I thought about Aaron Donald, and then my other 2. So I like Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith set the all-time sack record. Just the longevity, his ability. And again, he was another 3-4 defensive end doing this, right? Like he kind of broke that mold for a long time. The 3-4 defensive ends were just defensive tackles that maybe had a little bit of extra wiggle. So for him to get in and get that kind of production with his hand in the dirt all the time was impressive. And my number one pass rusher is Lawrence Taylor, man. This dude was a freak of nature. Like he was built a God-given built to tackle people trying to pass the ball. It was unreal what he did.
He was fresh off that cocaine, man, hitting that line.
The Colombian Bam Bam, baby.
He was off that.
I had a couple on my list too, man. I had a few on my list too when you had it. I got Watt.
Okay.
I got Arnold. I got Lawrence Taylor. I threw Von Miller in there and Bruce Smith.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Von Miller. I threw Von Miller in there.
Yeah.
All right. So before we go, I got to tell you this funny story. So one night, I worked in hotels. So one night I'm at the hotel, and it's the Browns versus the Steelers on a Monday night, and a lady was in the hotel. She's rooting for the Browns because she likes. She went to Texas A&M, and I said, you know what? I think anybody that was a pass rusher at Texas A&M was a piece of shit. And so I said this about Von Miller, and I said, what kind of pass rusher wants to go to Texas A&M? Man, I can't get this sentence out of my mouth fast enough before Myles Garrett had took off old boy's helmet and hit him in the head with it. I said, I told you, piece of shit. I just made this up on the spot. But like, truth of the matter is, as much as I rallied, and from that point I rallied against both Von Miller and Myles Garrett. But the truth of the matter is, Von Miller was unfucking real, bro. Like, dude he was bad. Yeah, he was bad, man. Like, for him to still keep going and still being a part of this, he still is putting pressure on quarterbacks today, even in his old age, man. He's impressive. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he was nasty. Shit. What was all your five, Slim?
Huh?
So who was all?
Oh, you didn't hear me. You didn't hear me say it. That's what we're talking about.
5 of them?
No, let me go. I had Watt on there. I had Aaron Donald, Lawrence Taylor, and I said Von Miller, and then Bruce Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we are pretty close on the same lines right here. I got Reggie White. Gotta have Reggie White on there. I got of course you gotta have Lawrence Taylor. Come on, man. You already know. That cocaine of that Tony Montana.
Yeah, LT, man.
You know what I'm saying? I got that Bruce Smith.
Yeah.
I got that that Michael Strahan.
Strahan.
This one right here I think is a little underrated. Okay. But this is who I haven't told Max this. This is who Max Crosby is to me. Jared Allen.
Ooh.
Fucking Jared Allen.
Yeah.
Bro, just a motor that don't stop. From Minnesota, Kansas City. Just fucking beast, bro. And that's who Max Crosby always reminded me of. I had said that I think it was his rookie year or his second year in the season. I said, this motherfucker's Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. Hey, Jared Allen. Hey, Jared Allen was unreal, bro.
Julius Peppers, man.
Yeah, hell too.
Peppers was because he was long, bro. I actually got to meet Julius Peppers. Peppers was they had him listed at like 6'5", 6'6". Bro, he might be closer to 6'9". Like, dude, he just long, unreal, the ability to reach out and get a hold of a lineman, before he can get his hands on you. He was scary.
He's standing up on top of that. So it's like, bro, he didn't have to put his hand in the dirt. He just standing up, seeing everything, seeing the ball clearly. Yeah, Julius Peppers, he was there.
Yeah,
fucking man. This is where I get a little sad. That's where I get a little bit sad, man. A little upset right now, man. My Los Angeles Lakers, man. My Los Angeles Lakers, man. I don't want to hear it, Clipper.
Okay. I got that say.
My Los Angeles Lakers, man. We go on the road last night to play the Denver Nuggets, right? Denver Nuggets come out whooping our ass. It was like I think it was 11-0. At one point, it was like 15-3. They came out hot, man. And the Lakers' whole problem, if anyone been watching the Lakers all season, it's been no fucking defense, right? They ain't been playing no D, no closeout, because JJ Redick don't give a fuck about that. But he don't give a fuck about that, bro. He don't give a fuck about defense. Only thing he cares about is spacing. Somebody be dribbling at the top of the key. Everyone's out here. No backdoor cut, no nothing. I'm just like, man, JJ Redick is full of shit, man. But this would trip me out about last night. The Lakers had the worst bench in the NBA. I don't know if you know that. Or we had the worst scoring bench in the NBA. But last night, DeAndre Ayton went down with a knee injury only 4 minutes into the game, right? So Hayes came in, started early. So I'm counting Hayes as a starter last night. But the Lakers bench scored 26 points. The Nuggets bench scored 26 points. Now, this game was lost. Oh, not even that. The Nuggets hit 13 threes. No, the Lakers hit 13 threes. Nuggets hit 14 threes. Not really big discrepancy, right? Not really a big discrepancy. They beat us in rebounding by like 9 rebounds. But what killed the Lakers last night is we were 10 of 15 from the free throw line. And the Denver Nuggets was 28 for 31 from the free throw line, and we lost by 7 points.
There it is right there. I mean, you're talking about 18 points difference in free throws. So not attacking, not getting downhill and causing the defense to collapse. Any of that.
Yes, man. Gotta play D, bro.
Gotta play D.
All 4 quarters, man. I see some of these players, man. I'm like, ain't no hustle and bustle in them, man. You know what I'm saying? You know,
bro. Luka is the worst. Man, Luka's been my favorite young player since he got drafted. Everyone's trying to tell me Trae Young, Tatum, and all that, like when it happened. And I was telling people, I'm like, nah, it's Luka Doncic. It's this young 20-year-old motherfucker right here. But he plays zero fucking defense. I believe he has the worst defensive rating in the NBA when going against him. And the Lakers, they coming off a 3-game win streak. Granted, it's not against the Celtics and but it's the NBA. I don't give a fuck. A win is a win.
Yeah, you want a win is a win.
But they played together, right? Like they played together. Brown would have 21. Luka have 26. Slim Shady, that's Austin Reeves. He have like 17, 16. Yeah, he know I call him Slim Shady too. He be like that, right? But the key is Luka got to stop fucking shooting. So he shot 22 shots last night. Slim Shady shot 11. LeBron 11. So LeBron was 7 for 11. No, 8 for 11. Slim Shady 7 for 11. But if Luka's gonna be coming down there, step back, you be like, no, Luka, all net. You like, God damn, it's a good shot, but you gotta fucking get the team involved, man. Like,
yeah.
But that comes down to coaching, man.
I'm gonna tell you something, and this may not be that hot of a take, especially at this juncture. I didn't blame Nico Harrison for trading Luka Doncic, and it's funny you say in the argument of Luka versus Trae, I always pick Trae.
That's crazy.
I know what Luka Doncic does for a team, but I'll just give you this stat and we can move on from it. But his usage, and it's just like you said, he'll come do all of that cool shit. He'll slide, step back, and throw something up and net it. But like, how many times could he have gotten somebody else open, gotten somebody else a good shot? You know, or a great shot when he took probably not even a good shot, but he hit it. I'm not a big fan of Luka, and then on top of that, he don't play defense. So to me, and then you factor in the immaturity, his constantly crying and complaining about fouls and stuff.
Every play,
I'm not a fan. I know I respect this game. I won't do to him what I did to Kobe, and I slandered Kobe until January 26, 2020, and then I cried like a baby the day he died. I won't do that. I won't slander this man's good work.
Yeah.
But I respect this game, but I don't like what he does. And to be completely honest, you know, I just saw something that said he's not maturing alongside LeBron, bro. LeBron used to do kind of the same thing. So, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect any maturity level to go up in that regard.
For the fouls, man. He still be calling LeBron, start calling for them fouls.
You know, I think that's going to catch up with you. Now, to be fair, he was just in the finals, like 2 years ago, Luka was. So I mean, he'll carry you. He'll carry your team if you give him the team around him. But I think ultimately, as far as Luka is concerned, and like you said, he was 11 for 24, I think it was. When you got Austin Reeves that's shooting efficiently, you got LeBron shooting efficiently, you got great play from Jackson Hayes, you got Rui Hachimura with really, really good scores off the bench. I don't want to see Luka with 24 shots 3 for 10 from 3, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
Too many threes, man. There's too many threes. I mean, I get he knocks a bunch of them down, but
Sure.
bro, just he's the master of the and one. Get to the fucking lane, man.
Yeah, get to the lane, get some people in foul trouble, and then that'll make it easier on your defense because now the opponent's best offense is either got to shy away or they get in foul trouble. Like if you, especially, one of the things that Golden State did for a long time was they would hide Steph, and but Steph would run you to death. So you
got to run around them picks like Reggie Miller all game. But they had Klay Thompson, who was a good defender. They had these good defenders. Who the fuck's a good defender on the Lakers? We don't have no. I mean, you might say Vando's a good defender, but he can't even give you 3 points in a fucking game. Then you got fucking Jake LaRavia. He coming out there, he just running and fucking around, and he ain't giving you shit. Like,
well, I feel like Davis was a little more in the paint presence a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like and they kind of got rid of that. But I think that whole Luka move was that post LeBron. You know what I'm saying? To have somebody there post LeBron.
Why didn't Dalton Connect play last night?
Because Dalton Connect's fucking trash. I'm gonna tell you like this. The Heat, they give Bronny James as a second-round pick, a G Leaguer. Dalton Connect gets a complete pass as a first-rounder. He comes out there. If they both get 4 minutes, Bronny be out playing him in 4 minutes. I'm like, bro, but anything that happens with that last name James on it is super microscopic. Like, I'm like, he cries for fouls. Jordan cried. He started this shit. It's a superstar thing. Jordan cried for fouls.
Yep.
Kobe started the hey.
Look, Slim. This is why I brought the sportsman on my show. I had to holler at him because he gonna tell you the truth, and I appreciate you saying that because I've been saying that for years. Shout out my boy Mark. Mark, I hope you see what he just said. The sportsman said that Michael Jordan cried for fouls too. Okay.
Sorry.
Jordan was the first super duper league face star. He was a bigger star than Magic. He was the super. I mean, he had the shoes. He's on the box of cereal. I want to be like Mike. That's what makes his GOAT status higher. It's not his actual play to me. I
say that exact same thing too. When they ask about the debate, I always say what makes Jordan the GOAT of this thing. I always pick somebody. My GOAT is actually Kareem, to be honest with you, but because he checks every box, right? Like Kareem did. But if you say, hey, Blocker, tell me why Michael Jordan is a GOAT, it ain't got nothing to do with what he did on the hardwood. 6-0, all that scoring, all of that stuff. Yes. But what made Michael Jordan the greatest of this thing is because Michael Jordan globalized the game of basketball. Magic won his first championship on tape delay, right? What MJ did from 88, which they were calling him the GOAT in 88, well before the 6-0.
He had a chip. He didn't have one chip yet.
I mean, in 88, they called him the greatest player they'd ever seen. And so to say that, to me, means that what he was doing was way different. It was way bigger. The way he changed the game was off the court. Now, I'm interested to know what he would look like in a 24-hour news cycle like what LeBron is in. And I respect Kobe and LeBron, and say that they had harder paths. But what Michael Jordan did was off the court. That's what made him the GOAT. That's what made him special.
What you think about that, Slim?
I agree with that. I'm gonna tell you, but me personally, Kobe was like my Jordan. You feel me? Because I'm a Laker fan. You know what I'm saying?
He was.
I like Michael Jordan. But at the end of the day, I was like, if we play this motherfucker, we gotta beat him. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing like LeBron. Like, you know what I'm saying? As Kobe, everybody, like, you got a lot of new players now who I would say fans that are Laker fans, but they not real Laker fans. They LeBron fans.
Fans.
From Cleveland to Miami. My cousin's one of them. My cousin, one of them. He's always like, oh, yeah. I'm like, you ain't no Laker fan, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, now you hear. But I wasn't a big LeBron fan because if we played him on the East, we got to beat him. We got to beat him. You know what I mean?
And that is a good point. I'm glad you said that because what I see, you say you see Bron fan. I see more Bron haters than Laker fans who claim they're Laker fans. Now, my whole thing, I broke this down to my boy the other day. I said, look, the LeBron hate started. Let me tell you how this shit all started. I remember playing, I'm just chilling with my partners and shit, and we all Laker fans. And they said, he was like, hey, man, you hear about this motherfucker named LeBron James? He in high school right now? I was like, no. He's like, man, they talking about this motherfucker better than Kobe. I was like, hell no, fuck no. I ain't seen one play yet. But this is just how we reacted, right? And then when you put it in reality, when you put the tape on, especially LeBron in his prime, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's just that we was automatically picked against LeBron James. Like I used to argue with my boy. He a LeBron fan. He a fan no matter where LeBron go, he got a LeBron jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him would have 15-minute arguments, and I'm just like, Kobe, nigga, you crazy. Kobe. I had every reason why it was Kobe. And then in like 2018, I just had an epiphany, and I was just like,
he might be
having this argument in 2012. Now I'm looking like in 2023. Yeah. How can I argue anymore? I can't. And it's like
what I liked about Kobe, and I would say Jordan, that I feel like LeBron don't have, is that killer instinct.
Killer instinct. He don't put the nail in there.
Like, hey, give me this one.
That's like saying Matt. That's what makes LeBron a one of one though. Kobe, he did everything Jordan did. I seen a video the other day that I forgot what player it was. They said, yeah, if Kobe would be out there playing and practicing and telling himself, I'm better than Mike. That was his idol, and that was everybody's in the backyard going 3, 2, 1, Jordan. But with LeBron is a one of one, because it's like saying Magic didn't have the killer instinct, because LeBron is Magic Johnson, Sean Kemp, and he's all these guys mixed in one. He's a one. We've never seen this shit before. Yeah. And when you look at the numbers in the span of their years, like you look at like right now, they say, well, you're saying LeBron's better than Kobe because he's played for longer. I'm like, bro, we can break it down to the 20th year. Just 20 years. Kobe played 20 years. LeBron played 20 years. It's so crazy because it doesn't make any sense. Like he passed Kobe in points in the same 20-year span in 20 years, but he had like 10,000 assists. Like if he
really just wanted to go score,
he'd be the. And he still ends up with the most points ever at a young. It don't even make sense. Yeah, it don't even make sense what LeBron does right now. It makes no sense, bro.
So like, I'm gonna tell you something funny about LeBron. All right, so and y'all were laughing at me earlier for being a Clippers fan. I'm gonna tell you how I ended up being a Clippers fan.
That's terrible.
That's terrible.
So. No, you're a Steelers fan. Okay.
All right. So I too am a LeBron fan, right? LeBron. If you ask me who my favorite team in the NBA was, I tell you it's LeBron. And so I like Cleveland. I loved him in Cleveland. I immediately, that same year you talking about when he was in high school, that's when I became a fan, because like the commercial, because he wanted to pass the rock. And so I love a do-it-all guy. That's why I was a big Magic fan for a long time. I love a do-it-all guy that can not only just you'll get to your buckets, but he's gonna set you up. He's gonna get rebounds. He's gonna play defense. All of that. I mean everything. And so I was a LeBron fan. He went to Miami. All right, cool. I like what he's doing with LeBron. They got to do it. Like, it made sense to me because he got to match what's happening in Boston. Everybody talked about LeBron and his super team. Nobody said anything about KG and Ray Allen.
Yeah, they put that together exactly, because LeBron was getting to the finals every year. They put that together for him.
Right. So, but then after the writing's on the wall in Miami, and there's all this rumbling of him going back to Cleveland, and I'm like, no, man, you can't. Dan Gilbert said some salacious things about. I mean, like, bro, like I know this is a business, and I understand what he was trying to do, but man, ain't no way I'm finna go win, championship. Like that's very stand up for you to go back and love your city that much that you win a championship for them after the things that Dan Gilbert said. I ain't no way. And so I was just like,
I went back to retire there. I thought he would have went back to retire there personally.
Well, so I was shocked that he left the second time. And I don't know if you've seen, there's rumblings that he'll go back for his farewell tour. But after that, when he went back to Cleveland, I was just like, man, I'm gonna be a Clipper fan. I'm across the country. So obviously I ain't never got to worry about my favorite player coming to my favorite, playing against my favorite team. Wrong. And so, but also at that same time, this was Lob City Clippers. And so this is Chris Paul and yeah, look, and then funny enough, to bring this all back circle, they bring in who? JJ Redick. Now I got somebody that can stretch the floor. I got a floor general. I got the two towers down low. I got a squad. And then they started bringing in 6-man. They got Jay Crossover. We got a team. We got a chance. I'll take the Clippers on this. And I'm loyal. And
so you just picked them because you're from the South, right?
Yeah. I'm from Arkansas. So no,
So how you end up? See me, I'm a SoCal cat, right? So everybody asks me because my dad's a Bears fan, right? All my uncles, and they be like, normally you end up liking your dad's team or your grandpa's team or whatever. But me, when I grew up on TV, all I saw was Lakers and Raiders on TV.
Right.
Easy-E, Ice Cube, and them Raiders. I'm from the IE. You know what I'm saying? I lived in LA and I lived up in Sacramento. All I saw was Raiders, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's everyone. You walk in, go to the corner store, Raiders. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody don't like football, Raiders. You feel me? Because that's just what you've seen. But how did you end up being Steelers, though?
So so first thing I should tell you, I'm big to regions as well. Like I feel like if you were born in a region, you should ride with that team, and good, bad, or indifference, you should ride with that team until they reward you with a win. But in Arkansas, we don't have any pro teams. The Razorbacks are as close as it gets. But to the Steelers aspect, I like being right more than I like being happy. And so when Ben Roethlisberger got drafted, that year it was Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning, and Roethlisberger was the number 3 quarterback. And so, everybody's hyped about one of my buddies is a Giants fan. He's so hyped because they had traded for Eli instead of Rivers. And my brother was just like, oh, man, you ought to see this Rivers kid. He can ball. I said, have y'all seen this Roethlisberger dude? He can, I work in hotels, so Thursday nights I'm watching all that Maction football. Thursday nights is Mac time, Mid-America football. And so I watch dude really like ball. So I was like, man, and they in a good situation. I said, hey, this isn't just a guy going to be a placeholder. He really can make plays. He got a great run game. They got that terrific defense. And, man, I got to say I told you so 2 years later. I got to say I told you so again another year after that. But it still didn't really hit me until we lost to the Packers. Then it was like, man, am I a Steelers fan? And so I just kind of took up with them, and I love Mike Tomlin. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I tell you the truth, sports man. I cried when dude said he was retiring. I cried because I just love what his energy and the way he presents everything. Like it makes sense.
Mike Tomlin was him, man. He was him. But I want to bring back this real quick. What years was that Lob City cracking in? This is for my Laker fans who hate LeBron more than they love the Lakers. Because I've been a Laker fan before Kobe hit the floor.
Okay.
What years was the Lob City?
That was so I joined in 2015. I want to say that this was like 2014 because you remember Chris Paul. The Lakers were trying to trade for Chris Paul. And they weren't able to. That trade got rescinded or whatever happened with the Lakers.
Right.
And then I want to say it was like 2012, 2014, he ended up going to the Clippers right after that. And so this was 2014, 15. This was right before the Warriors were about to go on their run.
Exactly. Now, my point is this. As a Laker fan, we were so pissed off because the Clippers were actually good. and people forget that Kobe was on that team.
Yeah.
The way they slander LeBron James, bro, they forget that we didn't have playoffs to watch for 6 years, not with the Lakers in it.
Yep.
They forget that. And those are the things that bother me. Like, bro, like I said, I get it. I was with y'all. I was one of y'all. I hated LeBron James too. But I didn't even want him to come to LA. But once he did come and he put that jersey on, guess what? I got to respect what he do. I'm not going to watch the game like this. I feel guys do. Look at this. Look at I feel like, you know what I mean? It's like, bro, he's had some great games as a Laker, bro. I don't understand it. Like, like to me that I tell people all the time, you can't hate my boys send me reels every fucking day trying to tell me about how he ain't Jordan and he ain't this and he ain't that. And I always got to break him down with real facts. It's like, bro, stop making me do this to Kobe because I love Kobe. And I told him refute this one. This is how much we loved Kobe. This is how much LA loved Kobe, and Kobe can do no wrong. Except for, I remember all them days. We like, God damn it, Kobe, pass the goddamn ball.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is how much we love Kobe Bryant in LA. his last game. I brought this to my boy the other day. His last game, Mamba out.
Yep.
Classic, right? 60-point out of here.
Yeah.
Do either one of y'all know how many shots he took that game?
It was like 40.
Oh yeah, he took a lot. Yeah.
It was unreal.
He took 50 shots to get 60 points, and nobody cared.
Yeah.
Because we knew he was going to retire, and he was that guy. Now you look at LeBron James. At year 23, not year 20, year 23, Laker fans is shitting on this dude like he can't do anything right. And it's like, bro, y'all showing more hate for this man than you have love for your own team. And that's like the Raiders getting Tom Brady. As much as I hated Tom Brady, if he'd have became a Raider, I would have had my fucking arms folded. I would have been right there like, shit, let's go, Brady. I hated your motherfucking ass, but you a Raider now. Let's see.
Past tense.
I just feel like the love for Kobe and Jordan, it low key turns into a jealousy that he's lasted this long and sustained his greatness when they've all fell off. It's like, appreciate it. We ain't gonna see it again.
You're not. You're definitely not from somebody of his stature. Not like that, man. And like that's like I said, that's one of the things I learned from the Kobe because I was Team LeBron. So I'm shitting on Kobe's whole career, bro. And then now I go back and look at what the totality of his career. And again, I was one of the like as much as I hated Kobe and what he had, the way he played, and I didn't like any of that stuff. When I watched that last game, bro, just really like, man.
That's
like,
an emotional game, bro. It was dope.
Yeah.
He's so appreciated, bro. He's so appreciated. But what I think what made, everybody's loved Kobe anyway. But what made Kobe legendary, bro, was he's like this what like Luka's like Kobe is. They make tough shots.
Right.
2 points is 2 points. LeBron will get 2 points any way he can get them. They made the toughest shots. And when you put that mask on Kobe and you put that fucking hand up like this and he shot right over that motherfucking head, man,
would swish that.
Legendary. That shit.
He was amazing to watch play, bro. For real, dog.
Yeah, I'll tell you. And he played good defense. Kobe was that fucking man, bro. He was that man. But it's okay to embrace all three of these legends because they're all legends,
right.
They feel like you can't. It has to be one or the other. And if you pick Bron, you're a Bron sexual. You pick Kobe, they don't call you nothing. If you pick MJ, then you're a Jordan stan. Like this is social media dumbass shit, bro. I just embrace all greatness. You know what I mean? Yeah,
definitely. Like, and that's the thing. You gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate it because it's rare, right? You look at how many. So what's funny? I had this conversation with somebody the other day on Instagram. They talked about how they said Anthony Edwards is like Kobe 2.0 or something like that. And I was like, man, first of all, Kobe is his own guy, but we know a lot of his moves came from what Michael Jordan did. But
every move.
But so that was another thing I realized. So I'm gonna tell you something funny. Watching was that documentary he did with the producer, the director of Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee, right? So he does Kobe Doing Work. It's called Kobe Doing Work with Spike Lee. Man, look, so this is in the middle of his career, and I hate this dude. Like legit, like I wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. You understand what I'm saying? Like I hate this dude. And all because of this whole back and forth between LeBron and Kobe, and I picked LeBron. So man, I'm watching this documentary, and I'm just feeling myself like I kind of like to see what he's doing. And you kind of go through his mindset, and his process. And it's like he talked about, how I stole a shot from Elgin Baylor. Or I stole this move from Paul Pierce. I stole this from current greats. I stole this from past greats. I even see kids, like, man, when you break down and get into who he is and what he did, the type of work he did, man, you can't not love it. You can't not love it, man. No matter how hard I try, I can't love it, man. I can't help but love it.
He was a true student of the game, man. And I say Kobe is the only person in the world who was in the backyard saying 3, 2, 1, Jordan, and mastered every single thing Jordan did. I believe it was a moment in time. This is why I said people can't confuse team success with a player's individual fucking dopeness and greatness. I believe it was around the time where Kobe was killed the fucking Utah Jazz in the playoffs, we all knew. Lakers down, think 2 points. We all knew, or down a point. We knew exactly what the fuck was going to happen. The Jazz knew what was going to happen. They threw that bitch in Kobe. Kobe came with his patent move mid-range. Bang, and grabbed his fucking shit. It's like, man.
Yeah. You know what it is.
It was just certain things about Cole, bro, that, you know what I mean? He was dope as fuck. I was like, I'm trying to tell people, they think like, oh, you're a Jordan, you're a Bron, whatever they call him. I'm like, bro, I'm a Laker fan first, but I fucking love Kobe. Kobe was that dude, but I can't ignore what I'm seeing. And then I think of the backgrounds too. That's how far I take it. Kobe came from a privileged background. He had his mom, had his dad, lived in France, spoke different language, great kid, all this good shit. Jordan came from where the fuck he came from, had both his parents and shit. He lived a cool life. LeBron came from the fucking projects with no dad. Do or die. Do or fucking die. That's Bron is the fucking American dream. And I just don't understand why he get the hate he get. Is weird to me, bro. I don't, you know what I mean? That's why I always find myself on posts, people saying this is the dumbest shit, and I got to fire at him because it just don't make any sense. It don't make sense, bro.
Man, I think that we don't like when things look too easy. I want to say that they said this about Harden. This is probably when Harden was in his MVP peak, right? Yeah. It looked too easy for Harden, right? Like even because right before that, Steph had won a couple MVPs, but he had to work. It looked like he worked. He was shorter, right? He got to fight around all these screens. You got to do all this stuff to be, work hard every day and be this guy and fight through injuries. There was something that we could get behind there. With Harden, it was just too easy. He was left-handed. He'd do that step back. I mean, he just made it look way too easy, right? And it's the same thing with LeBron. LeBron's 6'8". He's 260. He's built like a power forward. But he could run like a gazelle. Like, I mean, it just looked too easy. And LeBron, he succeeded at literally everything he did. I mean, you got to think he was in the finals in 07. I know they got smoked, but he was in the finals in 07. That's 3 years. That team went from a first pick to the second best team in the league.
But Eric Snow, a bunch of guys who are fucking garbage. Like,
God bless, man. I mean, like even the players that they traded for to make sure that team was good, they still weren't good. That was. I mean, like this guy he was good, too good, and people after a while, and that's why I think some people turned on Kobe the same way. Like Kobe, they tell me a story about Kobe scoring 60 in like kindergarten. Or something crazy like that, right? Like this kid just had the God-given ability to put a basketball in a cylinder, unreal, and that's why he would take all these shots. I was gonna tell you my favorite video. This was Christmas Day, I think 2011, 2012, when the Bulls were really good. So the Bulls are playing the Lakers on Christmas Day, same setup. The Lakers are down by 2. We know who the ball is going to, bro. Kobe goes up with 4 people on him. My homie, so like one of my very best friends in the world, Ronnie Brewer, played for the Bulls at this time. And he was brought there to be a wing defender and guard Kobe. And he was a Kobe fan until he had to guard him. And you change your mind, don't it? So, but him, Derrick Rose is on him at this point. Joakim Noah, Carlos Boozer. I mean, like literally 4 guys are contesting this guy's shot. Now he missed. But I mean, just the idea that he had that kind of confidence to go up on those 4 people, and I mean, it wasn't like he missed badly. Like it rolled around the rim and went out. Like just unreal guy.
Belief, man. That's why I gotta respect all of these dudes, man. Like you can talk good about them. That don't mean you down in another one just because you tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like we all got memories of Kobe doing some shit. Like remember that game against I think it was a Miami Heat. This is before Bron got there. It's game against the Heat. Dwayne Wade was on the sideline in L.A. Y'all remember that shit? And
yeah.
Down 2 points. And Kobe caught that shit and did like a running sideways 3, and that shit off the glass and won the game. And then Dwayne Wade was on the sideline. He was just like, God
shaking his head, just like how did he do that? Yeah. That's exactly it, man. That's exactly it.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'll never forget Kobe, man. Kobe was that guy, man. He did a bunch of shit that we ain't never seen since MJ, except for he was on our team. He hated MJ, you know what I mean? Let's be
Yeah,
real.
yeah. So funny story. So my grandma is lived in LA for the last 60 years of her life, something like that, maybe less, maybe more. And so she was the reason why I got into sports, big sports fanatic. So anything LA. So she would send me clippings of the Clippers. She sent me clippings of the Lakers, the Dodgers, the Angels when they were there. Anything in LA, she was all about it, bro. Any sport, the Raiders when they were there, everything. And so like I got it around here in my man cave somewhere. Just like I got Derek Fisher is from Little Rock. He went to my high school. So like I want to say he's the same age as my sister. Like we were right there, real close, man. So she was sending us all the stuff from Derek Fisher. She messed around and got autograph stuff from Derek Fisher. Just clippings of Kobe, clippings of Shaq. Just loved it. And she would always tell us, man, in the late 90s, early 90s, she would always tell us, like, we're going to get Jordan. Jordan going to come to LA. Like, that's all she ever wanted was for Jordan to come. And when he wouldn't come, she hated him even more for not coming, man. Just
Grandma, real shit.
Yeah. Facts, man. She loved it. Yeah, man. No doubt, bro.
Hey, but shit, we was talking about shout out your what you got coming up next.
Man, so first of all, I'm part of the Fanatic Sports Talk podcast. You can find us on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Fanatic Sports Talk. And so shout out to the Sportsman for bringing us on. He came on our show. He'll be back. But before that, we are producing be ready for it in the fall. College football, greatest college football dynasties is an 8-part series talking about some of the greatest dynasties in football. And so I'm excited to have the Sportsman come do an interview with us for the USC episode. Pete Carroll's team. I know it didn't go so well with the Raiders, but his time in LA was impressive. Yeah. And so looking forward to putting that interview together, and he'll be a part of a group of folks that'll be cover USC and watch some of the greatest things, the greatest dynasties in college football. It's called Kings of Saturday, and it'll be out in the fall. Talking about just the greatest college football dynasties from like the Alabamas, the Miamis, Oklahoma, Texas, USC. A lot of really great programs that left their mark in college football. So the Fanatic Sports Group will be producing that. A lot more really great things on the way from our end, from our talk show each week to different podcasts. So like we're producing. It's called Court Chronicles of the North. It's a great group of guys out of North Little Rock, Arkansas. That have an impact on the entire state and the world. So excited to get to produce their podcast. We've got a wrestling podcast. If you guys are interested, it's called Lost in the Lights. Man, where we talk everything from current stories to some of the greatest stories, our Mount Rushmores, even local wrestling and lower indie leagues, all that type of stuff, man. So just working, bro. Oh yeah, definitely. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work, baby. I'm gonna turn this camera on and work. And on a personal level, my name is Blocker. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well. And I've always got hilarious bullshit to say. And most importantly, Slim, a pleasure to meet you as well, man. I look forward to working with you. And always, Sportsman, always fire takes, true fire takes. So that's my favorite thing is that it's not just some hot take that's gonna get lots of clicks. It's real facts, real sports talk. Great commentary as a whole, man. So always a pleasure to get to watch your work and appreciate you. Put up because I come on this post and say just all types of horse shit. He just let me do it, bro.
I'm gonna make sure to look you up too, man. Follow you, man.
I appreciate it, bro. I really do, man.
So I appreciate it, man. What about you, Slim? You got anything cracking up next?
Man, I'm gonna say I appreciate y'all, man. This is my first. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is my first one I've ever done. Being a Sportsman, we've been trying to link up for a minute, and we finally made it happen. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of time trying to figure it out, and I was like, hey, you know what, man? We locked in. We making it happen. With Blocker here, you feel me? We doing our thing. Like I said, you find me on all pretty much social media platforms. You can hit up Slimmsfit with 2 M's, Slimmsfit, and you'll see me pop up. If not, just Google Raider Slim, and you'll see everything pop up. You feel me? But I do some. Mostly everything is pretty much geared to like football. I got some Lakers stuff. I really pretty much watch football like, you know, all year. But then basketball, normally when the playoffs start, I feel like that's when they really start playing. You know what I'm saying? But you find me on there. I do funny stuff, everything. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all, man. You know, like I said, we're gonna do it again for sure. You know?
Yeah, without a doubt. Anytime, if you give me a day's notice, I'm available. Let's make it work.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to hit y'all, man, because you already know, man. Shit, three is better than one. Don't get me wrong. I can sit here and talk to this camera all day by myself and bring up the same anger and shit. But it's always cool, you know what I mean, having other people on here to chop it up with, man. But you already know, man. Follow all of us right here, man. You already know where I'm at, man. The Sportsman, Instagram, TikTok. Already right here, YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Tell your mama and them. Tell your uncle and them. Tell them, man. Tap in, man. And until then, we out this bitch. I'm going to holler at y'all once this shit is over right here, man. And we out, man. Peace. One love.
Peace. One love.
We are the future, the past, but still present. Salute to the gods, it's still relevant. Up against the odds, we still sharing gifts. And we don't care if you mad, just keep throwing fit.
Up and down 6'4", life is tougher than steel toes. Look like you headed for death, that's what you win for. You getting put up the set like Steve Wilkos. The police trying to dim in my light, but I'ma still glow. The rope that grew from the concrete, I'ma still grow. Just put this red dot on your knot, but I'ma still go. But I got some shit on my mind, well let it spill, bro. My mama said I'm ballin' with a rhyme, but I keep it real though. But I only spit about the truth. When you see me and I get loose when I'm stepping inside the booth. But the difference between me and you is I'm trill about what I do. And like Biggie, I get the loot or I cock it back, aim and shoot. I'm kamikaze in the Maserati, meaning you going out with me like suicide bombings. This is live on prime time on hard copy. You can spend a lifetime trying to copy MCs with a